Hey everyone, today I wanted to continue on with the series I'm doing on my EDC items and talk to you about the flashlight that I'm carrying, which is the Thrunite TN12. I've had this for probably close to a year now, and I really like it. It's fulfilled the role that I need it to perfectly, and it allows me to do a couple different things with it. Overall, this is just a really great flashlight at a really good price. So first, I'm going to go ahead and put the specs for it over here on the left side. If you are interested in, the overall length and all that stuff, or the diameter, by all means, go ahead and pause the video and take a look at those. But I don't want to bore everyone out there with listing off a whole long list of specifications, so I'll try to spare you that. But as far as this compared to other flashlights that I've carried in the past, I've carried a lot of different stuff, everything from a 4.7's Prion to a Phoenix LD22 to was it Eagle Tactical or EagTac D25C, and then this is what I've ultimately settled on, and this is what I like the best. Now, some of the things that I like about this flashlight. So the activation cap up here is a little bit shrouded, so it allows it to, well, it prevents it from being accidentally actuated. Also, it allows me to stand it up on its tail cap, which, isn't a huge deal for some people, but some people really like it, so just letting you know that's an option. Continuing with the tail cap up here, you do have slots for lanyards, which this does come with. However, I don't typically carry it with a lanyard, so I'm just showing it to you as I carry it. The nice thing about the tail cap and pretty much everything else on this is it is O-ring sealed, so you're not going to have to worry about water getting in, moisture, or anything like that. It's going to be preserved really well. This also, just FYI, carries CR123 batteries, but you can also, I don't remember the exact model, but I'll put that down here, the type of rechargeable battery you can use with it as well. So that's, again, for people who are into flashlights, that's a really good thing. You also have a spot here for a clip, which again it comes with, but again I don't carry it with a clip, so I don't have it here. Moving forward, you have this little button right here, which is nice because no matter what brightness you have it on, you can use this to cycle through the brightnesses from low to high to turbo, which they advertise that the turbo is over I think 1000 lumens with fresh batteries, but if you hold it, no matter what brightness you're on, it automatically goes up to the brightest and does the strobe. Now I know that kind of freaked out with the focus on it, but the strobe is a nice feature for defensive tactics. It's really disorienting for people, so that's a really nice thing. Again, I know some people don't necessarily need a strobe, but just letting you know that's there. Now, as far as again the different brightness modes, all it does is cycle through low, medium, high on up to like turbo, like I said. It doesn't have anything like SOS or anything like that, but again, some people want that, some people don't, so if it's a deal breaker for you, then I would encourage you to look elsewhere. But just to show you a little bit of a size comparison, this is the Phoenix LD22, which is another great flashlight. The LD22 is a little bit longer, but it is skinnier, and most of that comes from the type of batteries it uses. I believe this uses AA batteries, if I remember correctly. So I'm screwing on the wrong side. Let me make sure that I'm giving you guys accurate information. Yeah, so AA batteries, and whereas the Thrunite TN12 uses CR123s. Now, I will say that AA batteries are going to be considerably cheaper and easier to find than CR123s, but again, if you want, you can use those rechargeable batteries with this, which again, I'll put what those are called down here. So one of the reasons I like this flashlight, in addition to it being a good flashlight, is its size. Now for me, I can very easily fit this in my hand, and for those of you who are experienced with using collapsible batons or expandable batons, you can basically use this as a expandable baton in the closed mode. So you can do the same kind of strikes with it, same kind of thrust strikes with it, and it allows you to do that. As you can tell, I do carry this on a very regular basis, so you can see some wear, but nothing obnoxious for the amount that I carry it. It does bang around into other stuff in my pocket, but you can see where the knurling's kind of, the finish is coming off there, and some areas around the caps, but for me, I think it's more than okay. For those of you who are interested also, this doesn't have an option for a momentary. You can do like the whole click out halfway thing, but under stress you're just going to click it all the way. So you don't have any options as far as that goes. So again, that might be a deal breaker for some people, but for me it's not a huge deal. Now as far as the light pattern on this, you know, I could take this out and show you what it looks like at, you know, in the dark and all that, but I know for most people it's not going to really tell you anything over the camera without any good frame of reference. Just suffice it to say that this has worked perfectly for whatever I'm looking for at night, in a parking lot, in grass and trees, anything else. The pattern's been perfect. It's a very clean pattern, and it's a very uniform pattern, so I like that. As you may be able to tell in there, there's really no orange peeling to, you know, be looked at there, so it's not going to diffuse it as much. So again, it's going to be more of a sharp beam, I guess, but it does spread out pretty wide. So I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Again, if you're looking for flashlights at a reasonable price, I highly recommend checking out Thrunite. They're making some really good stuff at a really reasonable price. If you don't like this flashlight because it's too big, they have smaller sizes. They have ones in AA, they have ones in AAA. So whatever battery configuration you want, they pretty much make it out there, all the way up to like giant spotlights. So they have a good variety of stuff. I'll put a link to their website below, and also I'll put a link to Amazon where I picked this up from, just so you can get an idea for what the pricing might be. I'm sure if you hunt around you might be able to find a better price, but again, compared to a lot of the other options out there, Thrunite is coming in at a really appealing price in my opinion. But that's pretty much it as far as this flashlight goes. If you have any recommendations of other good flashlights out there that you think I should try, please let me know in the comments below. If you've used this before, if you've had good experience with it, let us know. If you've had a bad experience with it, again, please let us know. Sometimes I think those are more valuable than good experiences. If you have any questions or comments, concerns about anything else, go ahead and put those in the comments below. I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. But really guys, I hope you got something out of this, and I appreciate you watching.